The Lord be with you. This past Monday, July 18th, we had a tremendous rainstorm here, and parts of our community lost power, including my house. However, the church did not lose power. We were scheduled to have our next Bible study in the book of Revelation on the 18th, but only two people showed up. I expect the thunderstorm had something to do with that. We didn't want to waste our time. On the other hand, we didn't want to leave the rest of the class behind. So we went through some handouts. We talked about that handout on trumpets, which I gave out last time, and it provided some interesting insights and thoughts about the voice of Jesus sounding like a trumpet coming from behind John. And you can look at last week's Revelation study that's been posted, and in that video is the handout if you want to look at it and look up those Bible verses and ponder the questions that were asked on that handout. We did not talk about the dispensational handout. We will be getting to that next time, because next time we'll actually get to the seven churches. Then I handed out the rest of the handouts for chapter 1 of Revelation. They included a handout on the sound of many waters, which is also a description of the voice of Jesus. And that particular handout has all of the references in the New Testament, or precisely in, the New Testament, about water, where it is, what's being done with it, so forth and so on. And then there is a thorough search through the Old Testament, listing all the references again with water. And this is not just the word water, but water type topics such as flood, river, so forth and so on. And from these sorts of references, we can get a general picture of how the word water is used in the Bible and how it can be used symbolically, and therefore what God, the Holy Spirit, is trying to get across with this image. So that is one of the handouts which you will see going by on this video. Then I handed out an excursus on Son of Man. And this is a title, as I'm sure you know, that Jesus uses often about himself. It is also found in the Old Testament, in Daniel, for example, and Ezekiel happens to use it a lot as well. This excursus is from Lewis Brighton, from his commentary on the book of Revelation, which is published by Concordia Publishing House. And again, that particular handout is going to go by in this video, and you can read it there. Another handout that I gave was on the word fire. Fire is used an awful lot in the Bible. It has a wide range of applications. You can find fire in reference to hell. You can find fire in reference to heaven. You can find fire in sacrifices. You can find fire where people are keeping their hands warm, and so many more. So if you go through that, you can find examples of fire, how it's used both physically, like in a sacrifice, and symbolically, like when your heart burns within you, like fire. And after you go through all those, it will help you select what you think is being meant when Jesus is described as having eyes like fire. To complement that particular handout is another handout, and again, it will be going by which talks about the eyes of Christ. How are eyes used in the Old Testament? How are eyes used in the New Testament? And again, an awful lot of passages which you can look up, and after looking them up, you can decide exactly what you think the Holy Spirit is trying to get across with this reference to the eyes of Christ. Now, we talked a little bit more, of course, but that is the gist of what we spoke of. The video here is going to continue to roll so that you can see all of these handouts conveniently, but you know, the voice will no longer be coming out. The last thing that I'm going to show on this particular video is a map of where the 7 churches are, because next time we will be starting with those letters. God bless you.